Good morning, everybody. I hope I'm actually going to talk in this direction. I know most of you. But let me start off, first of all, by introducing myself. And let me then start off by introducing our co-chairs, who have been longtime supporters of this program, have just been incredible advocates for getting young people involved in state government and giving them a voice for what happens in their state. And that's Representative Sandy Lipsey and Representative Rick Schaefer. And I'll let you introduce your colleagues.
First of all, welcome to Capitol. This is an opportunity that not many folks get a chance to partake in. And welcome to what we call our House Civics Commission, which is, we are very excited about hearing from you, because a lot of the ideas that you bring forth spark ideas within us in terms of possible legislation or certainly the direction in terms of policy. And for that, we are very grateful.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm Representative John Prose from Southwest Michigan, right on the lakefront. In fact, I'm closer to the United Center and the Chicago Bulls than I am close to the Pistons at the Palace of Auburn Hills. So unfortunately, I bring a Bulls perspective.
Terrific. Let me just spend maybe 2 minutes giving a little bit of background on who we are and why we're here. First of all, the Michigan Student Caucus is a nonpartisan, not-for-profit action group that is designed to represent the interests of students throughout Michigan. Students is used in a very broad. That having been said, I'm going to turn the presentation over to our committee chairs. If I could have the chairs for community development and growth come on up. And we'll give your subset here.
Okay, first and foremost, I'd like to thank all of you for your time and allowing us the opportunity to meet this morning, discuss different elements of our platform. My name is David Cohn, and I'm a co-chair for the Community Development and Growth Committee. And along with Josh, we've been working pretty hard in efforts to better communities around the state of Michigan.
Good morning, how you doing? As David just said, I'm also a co-chair for the Community Development and Growth Committee. We've been really busy for the past couple of weeks. As you just saw, we had 35 resolutions proposed, which is far and away the most coming out of the caucus. We've held 2 votes thus far and have had 2 resolutions go through the platform.
Whether it's with FACES or any other program, one of the things that's missing in Michigan's revitalization efforts is really the collaborative work between communities. Meaning that if a community like Ann Arbor, which has high economic growth, it has strong arts support, when it applied for grants, credits, any sort of programs, would have to, as a requirement, collaborate with another community so that we actually get more for our dollar in the state of Michigan. We could do that, and I would love to have some input from you on that. Saying that to qualify for whether it's a mega grant or whether it's an arts and culture grant, that areas that have high concentration of success would be required as part of their grant to collaborate in areas that we want to see more growth. Has anyone thought about that?
Yeah, actually, I think you kind of made a good point in that.
Ready?
I accept you turn on one.
Good morning, I'm Amanda Shudex. And I'm Rosemary. And we're here to propose the campaign for hands-free driving in Michigan. Our proposal would be that the state of Michigan adopts the hands-free driving law, which would ban driving with cell phones. And
this would require using a hands-free device, and it includes the prohibition of things like text messaging, checking voicemail, all those things.
Thank you, Mr. Just a couple. From an enforcement standpoint, do you see any problems as far as law enforcement being able to? Do you see this as a primary offense where you would be able to stop the people, or do you see it as a secondary offense? And then also, from how intrusive should the state get as far as personal rights and use of the vehicle? We attempted to regulate young people who just obtained their driver's license. And the overwhelming response I received from constituents was that it's a parental issue or a personal issue on whether they use the devices in their car, and that we're infringing on personal rights here.
Well, as some states have already enacted, as it mentions in this graph, is that some have done it where cops aren't necessarily pulling you over for using your cell phone, but when they do pull you over, if you are using a cell phone, you get penalized that way. So that's one option.